What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Boocho's Box Office, the place for spoiler-free movie reviews and honest scores. Today I'm talking about Undertone, a recently released film that has been getting some attention. I'll break down what the movie's about, what worked for me, what didn't, and at the end I'll give it my Boocho Score out of 10. No spoilers here, so you can watch safely. Undertone centers around a young woman who hosts a podcast about disturbing audio recordings while also taking care of her dying mother. The story follows her as she navigates this emotional and life altering situation, which leads to a lot of personal reflection. The film leads heavily into themes of audio driven suspense, mystery, and psychological tension, slowly building the feeling that something deeper might be happening beneath the surface. As the story unfolds, I found my mind constantly racing, trying to figure out where things were going next. Without getting into any plot details, this movie focuses much more on atmosphere and character moments rather than constant action. It's a type of film that rewards viewers who pay attention to the small details along the way. There were a few things that really stood out to me. First, the atmosphere and overall undertone were very strong, pun intended. The film does a great job creating a mood that keeps you curious about what might happen next. Visually, several scenes are very well shot and help reinforce the tension the story is trying to build. Another highlight was the performances. The cast does a solid job bringing the characters to life. Even during slower moments, the acting keeps things engaging. One element I found especially impressive was that one of the main actors only appears through phone conversations. Yet the actor still manages to create a strong sense of tension and realism through voice alone. That added a lot to the suspense. I also appreciated that the movie takes its time building the story. Instead of rushing from scene to scene, it allows moments to breathe and gradually layer in the mystery. For viewers who enjoy films that rely on tension and slow build-up, that approach will likely work well. That said, there were a few areas where the movie struggled for me. The pacing could be challenging for some viewers, while the slower storytelling works in certain moments. There are other parts where the film feels like it drifts a bit before moving the story forward. There were also moments where the film hinted at ideas that could have been explored more deeply. The overall setup is interesting, but some elements felt like they could have benefited from a little more development. Depending on what you're expecting going into the movie, the experience might come across as either intriguing or slightly underwhelming. Overall, Undertone is a film that leans heavily on mood, performances, and gradual storytelling. It's not a non-stop action experience, but if you enjoy movies that slowly build tension and mystery, there's definitely something here to appreciate. So with that said, my final Boocho score for Undertone is 7 out of 10. If you've seen the movie, drop your score in the comments because I'd love to hear what you thought. And if you want more spoiler-free movie reviews, make sure to subscribe to Boocho's Box Office.